We're live.
Did I make it?
You made it. You made it. Like Ian Riley was using all the words that you cannot use on a live show, and he didn't know I hit the live button.
Oh, man.
It's going to get us one day. It's going to get us one day.
There was an S-bomb and an F-bomb and a D-bomb and a B-bomb and an A-bomb. I don't use A, B, and then the letter that comes after that word. I don't use that word. But there were all sorts of bombs. And they all had to do about stuff that's really not that important. So I'm not being extra.
Yeah.
Oh man, how's your morning going?
What you and I were talking about earlier, he agrees with us.
I do?
He agrees with what you and I had said. I wrote him what we were talking about off the air and then back on the air.
Okay, so we're all on the same page.
Yeah. Okay. Now that you're part of our co-parenting.
Hey, you guys didn't realize this, but when you hopped onto this 8 o'clock stream, you hopped onto a pretty monumental moment for me because I just became a third parent. I'm making decisions now when it comes to Mojo and Madden's children. That should terrify you.
You know what? I think collectively we're all making pretty good decisions.
It takes a village, right?
It does.
Yeah, sometimes the village is a little corrupt. Whatever.
My daughter signed up for basketball, but it's just basketball training because there's no competition yet. So she'll go to basketball 3 days a week from now until June. And they assign each kid their own basketball. So how are they, like, they can't pass it? I don't know.
Well, okay.
No, so, I'm not making fun of the teachers at all. Like, I think it's very difficult what they're doing and these coaches what they're doing. Like, it just seems like the layout was each kid has their own ball. They're assigned their own ball. They're all sanitized before and after. And I'm like, are they not passing the ball? Like, how's this working?
So the nerd in me is going to take over because I'm actually low-key pretty good at basketball. I played through high school.
Okay. I know you are.
The hardest practices and the hardest workouts I've ever had in basketball were without the ball.
Okay.
And the majority of the training and the majority of what you learn is without the ball. I mean, the ball obviously, but like between the footwork, the stances, the one hand up, one hand down, the crisscrossing left and right, back and forth, and staying with your man, the cutting, the screening, all of that, you do all of that without the ball.
Okay. Hi, Kelly. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Okay, yeah. So I'm excited for her because she'll go every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday until 4 in the afternoon. And then when I pick her up today, we're going straight to Derby. So it'll give her plenty of time, not on the iPad.
See, I'm excited for this, and I shouldn't be because like, and I'm not calling your ex-husband out, but like as far as like athleticism goes, like sports really weren't his jam, right?
Mm-hmm.
Basketball was totally mine. So when I see her now, because she's a tall girl, I know what position she's gonna play. She's gonna be a power forward or a center if they do positions at that age. Like, I want to show her some post moves. I want to get down there. I want to show her a nice drop step and a power dribble and an up.
Yes. See, I want her. I told her she had to go all the way through June because she maybe. I'm more of the athletic side of things than maybe out of the two parents, and I don't want to put them down, you know? And she didn't get that from me. That's like the only thing she didn't get from me. But I remember this. I had this one friend specifically, beautiful, wonderful friend who was maybe like as clumsy as Layla, but then her mom put her in like that club volleyball, and she became like this outstanding athlete, which just kept going. So that's why I told Layla, you have to go. That's why I'm excited that it's only a skills training camp, because when the competition comes in is when she gets the anxiety. So for the next like 3 months, she's just going to do skills and training, and I'm pretty excited about it.
You know, I'm pretty excited for her. And I think she's going to do great. I think a lot of the times, and you know this because you played so many sports, I think a lot of the times what it comes down to is not necessarily that you're clumsy. You're just not sure about what it is that you're doing in that moment. So like like with basketball or baseball. I mean, we'll use basketball as an example because she's doing it. Like I can't count how many times I've gone to like a niece or a nephew's game, and there's kids that look like they should be killing it right now, but you can see that in their head, they're just not sure if they're doing the right thing. And so their
Yeah.
body's telling them to do one thing, and before you know it, they're all crisped up in 3 different directions because they've got 3 different things in their head telling them what's going on.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why
I'm excited for her. And Joey's been wanting to work out. So that'll give me an opportunity just to be me and him. And so like from 3 to 4, I'll just do workouts with him until we go pick her up from practice.
You know what we can do? That park near you, is it Feeney Park? Fee?
Yeah.
Okay. They got basketball courts there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I have
okay.
courts in my development.
Yeah, but you don't have a disc golf course in your development. I'm saying that we could all meet up at Feeney and we could practice basketball with Layla for like a minute or two, and then they can go disc golfing.
Yeah. Joey would actually really like that disc golf, I bet.
I really want to take him out. I think he would have a lot of fun because
he's so much fun.
He's a really technical kid, and believe it or not, there's a lot of technical stuff in disc golf that like I'm still struggling with all the time. I think he would have a lot of fun.
Yeah, I think he would.
I really want to work with Layla on basketball. Like I'm really excited for her.
I'm excited for her too, and that would be good because that's the sport. I played a little bit of basketball, but I played soccer, volleyball, and softball. I was hoping she would get in volleyball. There are a lot of girls play volleyball up here. I'm hoping that's next. So the basketball, I'm really excited, especially since it's skills training for like 3 or 4 months. That it's really going to help with her hand-eye coordination and all of that. And then when volleyball comes up in middle school, that she'll have that hand-eye coordination going on, you know?
Did she already do softball?
She did T-ball and she enjoyed it. Okay. And then the years after that, those were my fault and her dad's. Like we were going through divorce and we just didn't sign up for much of anything. Yeah.
Right. We're doing that too.
Gymnastics that she loved. And Sonora has an aerial gymnastics that I'm going to check out too. Because that's what she wants to do is like the acrobat stuff.
Right. Okay.
Like aerial yoga stuff, you know?
Did you see, because I could probably help her out with that. Did you see some of the parkour that I did the other day?
Yeah.
On the Razor scooter?
Yeah, and I just got an email from our old gymnastics from where we used to live that they're starting the aerial classes this week.
Okay.
But
so she's going to be super active.
Parkour. Layla and Joey are more into that parkour stuff. Hi, Cheyenne.
Yeah. Parkour is big right now. Parkour, especially amongst the kids, which is why I've been so heavily involved in training for it. But they really, really love like watching the people do the flips and stuff.
Oh yeah, and Layla's into that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
she wants to climb and she wants to do the crazy stunts. Like she wants to ski. Her and I, sports are not the same. Like I played softball, volleyball, and soccer. Like she wants to do like all the other motocross, like the really expensive gymnastics, like the most horse. Today she brought up horseback riding. I don't know where she thinks I get this money from.
I'm waiting for her to come home and be like, "Hey, Mom, have you heard of hang gliding?"
Yeah, she would too. Don't even tell her. You know what, Ian? Next time you see her, don't tell her about hang gliding because she will.
I know. Or like Moja's gonna call you like, "Hey, why is our daughter asking us about base jumping?"
Oh, he will destroy you. Yeah, and then she's making fun of me yesterday because I was rolling around the house in my skates, and she's like, "You're gonna hurt yourself." I'm like, "Get out of here! Talk to me about being athletic."
Okay. Never mind. Question for off the air.
Okay. I was used to my skates. So I was cooking dinner and cleaning the house in them.
Have you taken them outside at all? Have they only been inside so far?
No, I'm gonna hurt myself today. Watch.
Okay, today's first practice, right?
It's my first practice.
What time?
Muscle memory was kicking in though, like the way to stop and stuff. So
right. So when you stop, are you using the stopper or are you like burr?
No, I burp.
Okay.
Which I learned yesterday that's like my go-to is I just burp. I don't use the front stopper. When I did derby before, those skates were rear stoppers.
Oh, okay.
And now it looks like they don't even make those anymore.
So now everybody just does it.
Yeah. So okay. Yeah. So I have these ones are rear, or these ones are front stoppers. So, but I am not used to using those. But I haven't been on skates in 16 years.
So when you went to the roller rink, um, do you remember hearing? I would get so jealous of the people that could stop like that, like and like everybody you'd hear it all the time going around random, and then I would try and do it, and I would fall over.
Well, it's more like a T. Like you want to stop one skate here and then the other one's up here. Like
So you're not shifting your body and like moving both to the right.
Can. I'm not good at that. Like I can't do that just yet.
So you drag one foot basically.
No, I can drag the right. I usually my right leg to a T and then that one stops me.
Do you remember the little turtle things? Like if you went to the roller rink, they would clear everybody off and they would put some cones out, and then they had those they were like flat, like you sat them on your butt and you put your feet up and you just kind of turned. You sat low to the ground, and the more you turned, the more you went because you weren't downhill, you were straight. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Exactly what you're talking about. What were those called?
I think they were called like turtles or something. I don't know why.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. I love those things. If you get your fingers underneath that thing,
yeah. I want to get on some of those. I want to do that. We had in third grade, because the grammar school that I went to, and the first time I was ever on one of those, the grammar school that I went to had our school, and then literally right next to it was a school for children with disabilities.
Oh, he froze up. Is he frozen or am I frozen? Is he? Oh.